issues that we flagged, and it's something that the Assembly has to sit down and consider, and we have to do that in collaboration with the other Assembly, because we need to delineate exactly what is going on so that there isn't this overlap of the administrative side of things where you are collecting levies from a different part but you are not actually responsible for that side. We have to just make sure we streamline everything so that people are clear on how development is affecting them in terms of when they make a contribution, whether it's levies or taxes. It affects them directly because they are within that particular catchment area. So these are some of the issues that we flagged that will be addressed by the Assembly.
All right. Is there any question?
It appears that there are some buildings that have been springing up here over the last few years. And the people who work and are residing here have raised complaints about the fact that they seem to have no permit and are springing up these buildings over here and demolishing the other structures that were here before they got here. This is one of the areas where a lot of commerce happens. A lot of food that comes to Accra comes to this market. A lot of the heavy goods vehicles come over here. And so, MC, we would really appeal to you on behalf of constituents. I would like you to please look into what is going on here with the buildings that are springing up and whether or not they've been granted permits to actually construct these buildings here. Yeah, this building.
The whole tour and then take it from there and then. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As I said at the beginning of the tour, I think this was supposed to be a twofold tour. On the one hand, it was to make sure that as the MCE, myself, the Assembly members and the technical team at the Assembly, that we're all on the same page with regards to what the major issues are in the various electoral areas, so that when we're looking at the medium-term development projects and planning of that, we actually appreciate what's happening in each electoral area, so that every Assembly member gets to be seen, gets to be heard, so that the people who voted for them can actually have their needs seen to. And secondly, it was to send a strong message to the constituents, the citizens of the Klottey municipal area, the Klottey Korle constituency, that there is a synergy between the MP's office and the municipal assembly, the municipal chief executive, in making sure that our visions align with that of the president, and to reassure the constituents that we said we were going to ensure that there is that synergy of efforts and that there will be equitable distribution of resources across the electoral areas. And this was really an indication of what we intend to do, working together to serve the people of this constituency. And as a member of parliament representing the people here, it is to ensure that some of the issues that we encountered, some of the challenges that people brought to my attention, was to make sure that the Assembly is fully aware of them, and these will be factored into the plans going forward. I believe that you saw the reception of people in the various electoral areas as we went around. People want to see that we are working, and I think that this was a way of letting them know that the FCE was just sworn in recently, and he's already hitting the ground, and to also send a strong message that the technical people at the Assembly are ready to work with the leadership, that is the MCE and the Assembly members, to do what has to be done for the Assembly. I think the President indicated that at least 80% of what should come to the various assemblies has been instructed to be done exactly as such, which means that that plus the IGF that the Assembly will generate should be able to do what has to be done in the various electoral areas, so that the constituents can actually feel that the change in government is affecting them directly in a positive way. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Gazy, we've toured
Can
around.
can we finish with the MC?
Is not guaranteed on these premises. And part of the problem has been the low number of personnel at the police stations as well, which I have also flagged with the Interior Minister. The fact that we need to have more personnel in the traditional posts so that when there are issues regarding patrols to be done or whether there's an emergency and the personnel need to be called, they actually have people at the police stations who can come to the rescue of the community. And in that vein as well, I will use the opportunity to bring to your notice the fact that the police stations do not have vehicles. So even doing patrols has become a problem. Responding to emergency calls has become a problem as well. So I'm humbly placing this at the doorstep of the Assembly in the meantime, so that we can support our traditional police stations to be able to provide security within these areas and secure these premises for the children. I personally was one of the members of parliament who since 2017 in my first term was pushing for an AstroTurf, which never happened at the time. And over the years, I think what has become clear with what we've seen has happened to some of the AstroTurfs in other constituencies is that perhaps we should reconsider whether we go for the AstroTurf or whether we look for the traditional way of creating a football park and making it a maintenance issue that we can manage. So MCE, this is my appeal to you as your ex-official member and as the member of parliament, speaking on behalf of the constituents of Klottey Korle and of this particular electoral area.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I believe what she said is well noted, and we'll be working at it. We'll be working at it. All the issues that have been raised by both the Assembly member for the MP. We'll look at it and tackle it. The Assembly will make sure that this park provides a playing field for the constituents. And that's what I have.
About fuse no problem iron about transformer no na was say yen free ECG for o from a answer no ba be do ase no kwa na no so e ase unless say bia o motivate o mo ana say at least we ka bibia beto o mo asoma be mo so betumi aba na o ma be dey o mo ba ye hu adwuma ye dey amaye we any challenge kese a ye dey ye face wa ha na ise ayele to media ni assembly dey say o mo nhwe na o mo ni ECG for ne dey en kasa se na be ya o mo betumi aba face ye transformer na ye dey amaye yes mo ko jai the building structure to ascertain whether what is here is right. Okay, so I'll let the Assembly member talk about it. This is the transformer which supplies the community. This transformer has been here for a while now. It has been here for 6 years. And just recently we are facing a lot of problems about this transformer. When it will come about 2 hours time, then it goes off. When it goes off, it takes about 3 hours or a whole day before the ECG. We have to call them before they will come and service it. So this is our main challenge in the community, which is worrying the community, which we need to talk about. Something that has been done. I see this is some of the fuse. This is what goes off every time. Because they need to come every time. These are the some of them which they use. And they were saying something that the community is supposed to get separate wire so that the stores also get separate wire. Which they are saying we, the community, have to provide those materials, which is not possible for us. So these are the challenges we face. It's a major challenge in the community.
another issue. What I'm surprised about is the proximity of this wall to the transformer, because the transformer was there before this building came up. How did they get the permit to actually build this close to the transformer? And on several occasions, I've asked questions on the
This step will be collaborating with municipal to see how best we can resolve this challenge that we see.
too close. Just say kind of a hammer, and then I'm not building a wall and so close to the transformer. The transformer.
What's on there?
This road is done, it will really change the lives here. There's no house to house.
So definitely we will, but I'm not surprised for anything that I saw.
Final one. I know that you are doing that industrial exercise in collaboration with your player. Going around, we saw that some traders are picking back onto the pavements.
Yes, but food was quite on the low side. We saw just the food. And they were not actually on the pavement. You know, what we said to them was, we're going to create a buffer that people can walk on this road and walk on. They are not on the road at all. But we saw little buckets on the pavement, but not where the pedestrians were walking. And you saw what we did. We asked them to leave. You see, this is a continuous effort to get rid of them. So when you do it today, you don't go tomorrow, they'll come. We all saw them holding their wares and standing in the corner, waiting for us to go to come back. But at least we have the task force there, and they're trying to maintain order. So it will come. Once in a while, you see them around, but we'll make sure to them. We have a lot of challenges regarding the municipality. Like we thought, we've seen a lot of places that need facelift. We've also seen places that we need to either reconstruct to allow water to flow. We've seen flooding sites, roads that are quite not good. We've also seen areas that you have recalcitrant citizens, using the place as dragged in, smoking and the rest, especially with the schools. We've seen marketplaces that, in fact, are quite in a deplorable state that we need to look at. So it's been very good touring the place at first and to see the challenges that we have as a municipality, and we are committed to resolving those problems for them. I've just been sworn in and I've been exposed to the challenges, and I would wish to promise the municipality that I'll work hand in hand with my assembly members. It's key because they were the reason why we toured the municipality, at least for them to expose their challenges to us and see how we can solve it for them. So we pledge here as a team, the MP, myself and the assembly members, that we'll do what we can to to solve problems within the municipality, at least to the benefit of all of us. So that is what I have for you for now. And let's all monitor the space and see how we progress on this particular journey.
During the tour, did you see anything that shocked you?
Where the ladies are selling is part of it.
Oh, you don't factor in an
And then we have some parts.
I see. Well, I hope you make provision for that parking because the Ministry of Health has become a real nuisance where it is. And I think that one thing that we keep doing as a country is when we are doing things, we don't plan ahead. Obviously, if you have a ministry building, you have lots of staff, you have visitors. You must factor in where people are going to park so that it doesn't become an impediment where the people are parking on the streets, parking where pedestrians should walk, and just becoming a nuisance for the community. I think that as long as you factor that into your plans, it shouldn't be an issue because you are the ones who are going to be enforcing some of these very things that we are seeing as a problem. So we're hoping for the very best. And it appears that there are some buildings that have been springing up here over the last few years. And the people who work and are residing here have raised complaints about the fact that they seem to have no permits and are springing up these buildings over here and demolishing the other structures that were here before they got here. This is one of the areas where a lot of commerce happens. A lot of food that comes to Accra comes to this market. A lot of the heavy goods vehicles come over here. And so, MC, we would really appeal to you on behalf of constituents. I would like you to please look into what is going on here with the buildings that are springing up and whether or not they've been granted permits to actually construct these buildings here. Yeah, this building issues that we flagged, and it's something that the Assembly has to sit down and consider, and we have to do that in collaboration with the other Assembly because we need to delineate exactly what is going on so that there isn't this overlap of the administrative side of things where you are collecting levies from a different part but you are not actually responsible for that side. We have to just make sure we streamline everything so that people are clear on how development is affecting them in terms of when they make a contribution, whether it's levies or taxes. It affects them directly because they are within that particular catchment area. So these are some of the issues that we flagged that will be addressed by the Assembly.
All right. Is there any question?
That bridge is made for